Are you directing your spending towards high-value projects? Is your team's focus diluted by dozens or even hundreds of low-impact projects? Are a handful of projects dominating your spending, blocking funding of new initiatives? Born in 1848, Vilfredo Pareto was thinking about similar questions over 100 years ago. Vilfredo noticed that some distributions, such as income, followed something like an 80-20 rule. 80% of the wealth was held by 20% of the population. This became known as the Pareto principle. In this video, you'll learn how to build a Pareto chart. Pareto charts help you understand the distribution of costs and value across projects in your portfolio. We'll begin by selecting the bar tab and setting the left axis to either cost or a value-based metric. In this case, we'll use cost for the current budget cycle. We're going to set the bottom axis to show the individual projects, and we won't be grouping by anything, so we'll select project name as well there. Now we're going to sort these in decreasing order by cost as well. To do that, we're going to click on the cost table header. If you don't see cost in your dynamic table down below, you can always click on the field chooser and find it there, and click on it in the field chooser itself. Immediately, this view helps you understand the distribution of costs you have in your project portfolio. Are there just a few projects with big budgets, many projects with small budgets, or are most projects comparably sized? We're going to use a Pareto line now to accumulate the costs from left to right. We'll start by just clicking the Pareto line checkbox in the upper right corner. Reading off the right-hand y-axis, the Pareto line shows the percent of spending represented as you add more and more of the less expensive projects. We'll add a marker to the Pareto to call out a specific spending percentage. Let's try 80%. For this portfolio, notice how 80% of the costs, read off the right-hand y-axis, are incurred by about 1/5 or 20% of the projects. An 80-20 spending distribution, as shown in this portfolio, has two challenges. Are the majority of projects, those 80%, requiring just 20% of the costs in your project portfolio, stealing attention and focus away from the heavy hitters? Or are the 20% that require the majority of spending, 80%, starving the smaller, more numerous projects and stifling their chances of success? By bringing these questions to the fore, the Pareto chart provides key insights in the distribution of project costs across your portfolio. Sometimes it can be helpful to create a Pareto based on value, such as NPV, peak sales, or total score. First, we'll save our existing chart, giving it a proper title, and using the preset panel in the top right corner, we'll call this our cost Pareto. Now we'll go ahead and change the y-axis to be a value metric, such as peak sales. And we'll change our title again. And we'll save this view as well. Now we'll create a layout and show these views one above the other. And just like that, we have an easy way of comparing the peak sales distribution to the cost distribution across our project portfolio. Hover over a bar in one Pareto chart to identify the same project in the other one. This lets you instantly answer questions like, are those high-cost projects also high value relative to the rest of the portfolio? The relationship between value and cost provides important insights into each project's productivity, or bang for the buck, and the Pareto charts help you understand that productivity in the context of the rest of the portfolio. Thanks for watching.